Get me to the sun, get me to the sea. Vacation on my mind and I'm feeling so free. 4 cats at home, yeah, they cheering for me. Turn it up, let's get cruise ready. Hey, I'm on a mission now, I'm shedding the weight. Got a cruise on the way and I can't be late. Dancing every day, yeah, sets me free. Feeling strong, feeling proud, this is who I wanna be. Left step, right step, moving with style. I'm working for the sunshine, glowing smile. YouTube on my mind, where I share my ride. Every beat I drop is a win inside. Move with me, vacation's near. Dance it out, let's make it crystal clear. Every beat, every step, I'm living my dream. Oh, I'm getting cruise ready, you know what I mean. Move with me, watch me shine. Ocean waves calling as I reach my prime. This is my time, my shine, my victory. I'm doing something good and I'm doing it for me. Hands up, breathing.
Well, hello. I see I've got a couple of you on here already. Jill, you work in a supermarket? Yeah, so like, I guess they're gonna have to figure out on like an emergency plan, like if they're gonna close you for certain hours. You guys are gonna be swamped. Hi, Roxanne, nice to see you. So we've got Roxanne on, we've got Jill on, we have Reset with Anissa on. She's out shopping. I did my Instacart order yesterday evening and had it delivered today because I didn't want to get stuck with no delivery spots tomorrow because everybody is going to be last minute. Hey, Mariellas. Hey, Mary Ann above. Nice to see you. Yeah, so I got my stuff out of the way. I did buy a couple extra snacks and stuff because someone mentioned that, oh, well, maybe you should make sure you have stuff on hand in case the power goes out, things that you can eat without power. So, I've got peanut butter and jelly, all my fruits and stuff that are in the fridge. I guess I should cook a couple of meals. Like meat meals, you know what I mean? Like make some meatloaf or, cook some chicken breast that could be eaten cold on a salad. So I don't, and just in case it doesn't work or the power goes out and I need something to eat that I can't cook. Well, hello, Jenny Inspire. Nice to see you. And look, Mariella is using the custom emojis. And I have to, I have to go to YouTube to see that because I can't see it in StreamYard, which sucks. Hold on. Let me see if I can find my own live. Oh, my videos. There we go. Let me see if I can see the chat. Come on, we know what to do. Oh my goodness. I guess YouTube doesn't know what to do. I'm clicking and clicking and clicking. And it doesn't work. Okay, YouTube, are we not cooperating today? Maybe I'll go to another profile and see if I can open it up that way. Let's see. There we go. Aha, I see the cats. There we go. Well, hey there, Harjareen, nice to see you. And I want to thank you so much for the super chat that you did on one of my very first lives that I had that available. Because actually I was just going through my money because I'm now fully monetized, and it has been it's been about 30 days since I've been partially monetized, and about 22 days since I've been fully monetized. And hold on, I bought a planner because I'm needing to get myself organized, and so far to date I've hit $84.26, and hopefully maybe by the end of January I'll have enough. You got to have $100 for them to pay you. So I just want to say thank you so much, Margarine, for sending me the $25 because it got me so much closer to actually getting a paycheck from YouTube. Well, hey there, Calamity Jane. Nice to see you again. I seem to see you here, there, everywhere. and bearing it all with Candace. Oh, and Calamity Jane just got fully monetized as well. So congratulations to you as well. And you are close, Mary Ella. It's HARJARENE. And I'm at $84 Hargerine. So hopefully I'll meet the threshold I've got 10 days. But I noticed that over the holiday weekend that they stopped accumulating money, which is weird. Like, why would you not give me revenue for a holiday? Who knows? They're all crazy. But I've got some really good stuff today. So we're like 5 after already, and I got 18 people on with me here. So I'll give it just another couple minutes before I do my way in. And oh my gosh, sorry, there's a cat pushing my iPad. Can we not do that, Sheldon? Sheldon's sitting behind the camera. Oh, and I put a cat tree here hoping to get participants, but they all jumped on it before the live started. So hold on. Let me get you guys a little more. There we go. I think that works better. Oh, but no. Hold on. Hold that thought. You buy these things on Amazon and then like they stop working. Okay, that's better. I'm watching it slowly go down. I have it on this like little stand, and I guess I need to tighten something. Yes, and please make sure you hit the like button to let YouTube know that you like my live. And what's so funny is I'm sitting here like I'm watching my camera, and then I'm also watching the live stream, and the comments are swapped from what I actually get to see. So these comments are over on the other side on the actual live stream. So it's kind of funny. So I got lots of stuff to chitter chatter about today. I'm going to give it like just one more minute. So we've got weigh in. I've got why I say no to keto and I say no to carnivore. And then I put my steps together this week because I'm really trying to focus on some things that were on my vision board. So I'm really trying to work really hard this year on maintaining my focus on things, because I tend to say I'm going to do like all of these things and then I never get around to doing them because I get so caught up with like focusing on work or focusing on watching TV or working on YouTube. And so I've realized that I have to put myself under a very regimented schedule and build some habits. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I put together for that. So I think that will be great. Okay, we've got about 20 of you on, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my media assets. You know what? I'm going to turn the comments off the screen for just a little bit while I'm doing this. And we're going to go over stats. If I can find my slide, stats. There we go. And look at me. I made a new slide so you could actually see me while I'm talking. So welcome back. My name is Amy, and I'm on a journey to lose 180 pounds. I'm 5 foot tall, 50 years old, single with 4 cats. I have very mild Hashimoto's, but I have pretty severe sleep apnea. I had it all my life, and I'm currently taking 10 milligrams of Zepbound, which is a change. I went up from 7.5 to 10 because I was getting in a little bit of a stall. I was having a little bit of just a teeny tiny bit of food noise, food clutter in the background, kind of this urge to eat when I wasn't hungry. And I decided to go up to 10, and it has been working really great. I do notice that I'm starting to eat my plate, and I set it down and I wander away, and then I'm like an hour later I'm like, oh, I guess I need to finish eating my food. So I am going to have to be mindful of that I am getting all of my calories in. I need to start eating my protein first because I'm being really bad about eating my veggies first because I love my veggies, and I have been eating them first and filling myself up. And then I'm also going to be sticking with name brand through February. I know that I have an unopened vial I have one unopened vial of 4 shots of compounded, and I'm going to hold on that for a little bit because I didn't like that I had, in a 5-week period, I only lost 1 pound. So, especially like if you've been watching for enough time, you know that I do hit my calorie goals to at least lose a pound a week, and my ultimate goal is 1.5 pounds. But I've not been achieving that at all. So I started January 1st, 2025 at 304 pounds. My goal is 124 pounds, and I really expect to hit that sometime mid to late 2027. And so for this week, I have been working on my steps, and I got all of this information out of my Apple Health. So it's a combination of my phone, but I have been wearing my Apple Watch all week. And so it's been reporting the steps. Now I did kind of cut this up in Canva to get it readable for the screen. My goal for last week was 3,000 steps in a 5-day period, like for 5 out of 7 days. And you know what, on which day was it? It was the 17th. I had actually planned on getting steps on the 17th. I was going to get like 3,500, and all of my Apple products decided that they wanted to update to the software system all at the same time. And so every single thing that I had, including my Apple Watch, all went down for like most of the day. By the time I got everything up and running, it was midnight. So I didn't get myself sorted, but I did do an average of 2,269 steps. And so I'm going to call this light to moderate exercise. So when we look at like my calorie intake for the week, I did put my calories at light exercised 1 to 3 times per week, because while I'm getting steps, I'm not necessarily like doing aerobics. And so for my week, I did an average of 1,557 calories. And my max, after I subtract like the amount that I need to not eat to lose the 1.5 pounds, was 1,566. So I was actually under 9 calories average per day. And so I should have, you know what? The estimated loss actually should have been 1.51 pounds, not 1.49. I'm so used to subtracting because I'm usually over. And I have to say, like, the calorie difference between that and the like 300 calorie difference of when I don't get any steps in at all was so big as far as like satisfaction for me. So I definitely want to continue to make sure that I'm getting movement so I can eat more calories. And I know it's counterintuitive if you think about it logically and on a piece of paper, but for satisfaction of my brain and my body, like eating those 300 more calories average per day in the week was pretty darn fantastic. And let's see, I've got one more slide for weight. Oh, that would actually be my weight. And so last week I weighed in at 253 on 110, and then on 117 I weighed in at 252. So yay. So I lost a pound, which is pretty darn fantabulous. So I am down a total of 52 pounds, or 23.6 kilograms, or 3 stone 10 pounds. So yay. So I'm getting there slowly, but I'm getting there. So I'm so pleased to actually see movement on the scale. It's pretty fantastic. And thank you, Mary Ellis, for loving my slide. I have fun doing them. I was up pretty late last night putting these together. And then the next thing, before I go into the keto carnivore thing, let me just go over kind of my accomplishments. So I've done some accomplishments for the new year already. So I showed everyone my vision board last time. And so for this year already, it's only the 22nd, but look, I've made 3 doctor's appointments that I've been putting off for a year. That's a huge accomplishment. I mean, a rheumatologist. I saw my spine doctor this week. So I got to go get an MRI in my back and my neck, which is normal. Like I am 11 years and 11 months from the last surgery I had. So he just needs to check everything, especially since I was having a lot of difficulties the last couple of weeks. So he's going to check on that. And then I can't remember. I have one other doctor's appointment. I can't remember. Oh, I'm finally going to get someone to look at my blood work because all of my life I've always had a high ferritin level, which is high iron. And it could be a precursor to a blood disorder. My family is known for blood disorders on my mother's side. So we're just going to check that out just to make sure that everything's fine. Or if she can see that there may be something potential down the road. And then I reached out for ADHD testing. I haven't heard back. I just definitely want to get that in my HR file. Like I want to get officially diagnosed. So I want it in my HR file. And then I also then want to be able to reach out through my insurance to get coaching and counseling to help me manage my life better and kind of work around the ADHD and make sure that I can function and get all the things that I need to get done instead of sitting and getting locked into, I don't know if anybody else struggles with it, but sometimes you can just literally sit down and then you can't move for hours because your brain, you can't untangle your brain enough to get anything done. It's very similar to food noise, but it's just clutter of everything else. And then on the personal note for fun time, I booked a ridiculously cheap cruise for 2027 on Carnival Celebration for just myself. I'm going on a group cruise with Foodies Vacation. If anybody else watches Vicky's channel, it's called like the Unhinged Ungrouped Cruise. And I used a casino match offer, and I did a video on If You Seek Amy K. So if you want to see how I did it and what I paid and all that good stuff, go check that out. But I'd been watching the cruise for a couple of months, and I just I couldn't. I'm allergic to paying full price at this point, so I didn't want to pay the full price for it. So I figured out a way to get it really cheap. And then I actually called today to schedule, or I called yesterday and I called today to schedule Sheldon's ultrasound. And they were supposed to call me back and they didn't. So I assumed that I would have had it scheduled today, but I'm going to go bug them again and see if we can get Sheldon on the ultrasound list to see why he is not wanting to eat and keeps losing weight. So I'll have him checked out again as soon as I can. And then I registered with BMI, which is a music publishing company, because I do want to register some of the songs that I've been writing so I can put them on a YouTube channel and then just block others from using them in their content without paying me royalties. So that is in the works. So that's some of the things that I've been working on. And then so I'm trying to make new habits. And I know this is silly, and it's like I'm talking on the internet about scooping my litter boxes daily, but there's just some habits that I need to start doing, because what I'll end up doing is there'll be 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I get around to scooping the litter box, because I don't just do it right then as soon as I get out of bed. And the same with Kevin. Kevin has glaucoma in both eyes and has to get medication every day, and it's super, super important medication, because otherwise, like, he will lose his eyes. If I do not give him medication, he will have to have them removed because of the pain. So I'm just trying to make good habits that I can continually do, and just do it every day. So I want to make sure that I'm scooping the litter boxes every morning, giving Kevin his eye meds in the morning before work instead of like waiting till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because he's got to have them twice a day, 12 hours apart. And also taking my trash out every other day to get extra steps, because if I do it right, I can get like 15 to 2,000 steps just going to take out the trash. And Sheldon, please stop. Sorry, he's attacking the humidifier. What else? So my goal for the rest of January is to try and get 4,000 steps in 5 days a week. And so I have done that for a couple of days, or at least one day so far. And then for February, my goal is 4,500 steps per day, 5 days a week for the entirety of February, because I'm working myself up to 7,000. And so I'm really, 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 really focusing on this. And then I bought myself a new planner because I'm trying to write on it, like what I'm doing in the week to keep myself focused. I find for me that writing things down is way better than having stuff digitally. I don't know, it's just the tactile, and I can carry the book around with me, and I can make sure I'm doing what I need to do. And then I'm starting to make myself like a daily schedule of tasks and a weekly schedule of tasks for focus to keep myself on task. So that way I am not losing my mind and forgetting everything that I need to do. So that is what I have been up to. So I know that was a lot. So let me come back to the comments here and scroll through and see what you all have been chitter-chatting about. Let's see. So everybody's just saying hello to everybody. And then Jill says, great job. Thank you, Jill. 1 pound down. Thank you. Yep, they all add up at the end of the day. And hey, Candy Kate all day. No, Jill, I can't make your doctor's appointments too. But I'm telling you, like sometimes little life things like that they're such a hurdle to get things done. It's amazing. And thank you so much, Candace. Amy, good job on the weight loss. Awesome. You're taking charge of your health, and I love it. I am really trying. I'm really putting in a lot of effort. And, the challenge is the motivation. Like I use the Noom app to keep track of my calories. And it has a big thing in there that I should share with all of you about kind of like the ups and downs of your motivation. Even with dieting, it's kind of like, and it's just like with the relationship, right? Like you have the honeymoon phase and you're all excited, and then you kind of go over the hump, and then you slide back down, and then you get in a lapse, and then you go back up. And, the peaks and valleys, the valleys get lower and lower, or not lower and lower, they get higher or less and less each time that you go down in a valley. But it's just kind of like it ebbs and flows. And my goal is just really, really trying to keep up with all of the things that I need to do with myself, especially, working a full-time job, 3 YouTube channels, trying to travel too as part of the YouTube channels and my personal life. So it's a lot. Well, thank you so much, Mariella. I really, really appreciate it. And and if you are interested in cruise channel content and you love a good deal and you want to hear about good deals, pop over to If You Seek Amy K. I am also on a journey to get monetized on that channel. I have 3,600 watch hours and 671 subscribers as of today. So I am getting there. Well, thank you so much, Candy K. I'm just trying to do small things, small goals that are attainable so I can get myself moving and feel like I have a sense of accomplishment. Because one of the challenges I've always had in my life is like, oh, I set all these goals and I never achieve them. And then I'm like, oh, well, why do I even bother trying to do anything because I never achieve it? It was the same with weight loss for so many years, 30 years. Well, why even bother dieting? I'm never going to lose the weight. Or if I'm going to lose it, I'm never going to keep it off. So why even bother? Like I'm never going to be the winner. I'm never going to, never accomplish that. So just why bother? And then Kendi say, congratulations on 5 registered songs to Bossway. You go. Yeah, I know that everybody that's been writing music lately has been trying to get songs registered. I applied with BMI last Saturday, and it is Thursday. I have not heard back from them. So, Harjarine, if you're still on, can you tell me like how long it took you to get your approval to get your account with them? I haven't heard back. So I'm hoping that it's just taking them a little longer. Slowly but surely making little changes. Can't wait to see you a year from now. Me too. I really hope these changes stick and that that I can accomplish these things. Because I tell you, when I actually do make a list and I do the things on my list, the sense of accomplishment is like crazy. It's like dopamine. You know, people say, oh, well, I get dopamine from working out or, uh, you know, exercise, doing like all of these things or drinking coffee or X, Y, or Z. Uh, but for me, like accomplishing little goals is really what does it for me. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Jenna. Yeah, writing them out for me is extremely helpful. Let's see. Yeah, Mariella says, yep, I'm the same. I need the routine and organized, trying to function, creature of habit. Yep, definitely for me as well. And JC Calamity Jane is putting the chickens away because that's what we have to do at night. Those little things, they got to they got to be put away every night. Yeah, and Candy K's like, I know what you mean. You can literally spend an hour or more on the phone to schedule one appointment. It can be really frustrating. Funny enough, like I have one doctor's office that is super hyper vigilant about their appointments, and they called me about my 2 MRIs that I need today, and they scheduled them back to back. So I get to spend 2 hours in the MRI, and I am extremely claustrophobic, so I will be drugged to all heck. So I will be Ubering to the MRI location to have my tests done. And yes, I'll keep everybody posted on Sheldon's results. It usually takes them a couple days to get the ultrasound results back, but I haven't heard back, so it may not even be till next week before I can get him in. So who knows? Oh, so Harjarine, so your BMI came back the same day. You know what? Maybe I need to reach out to them because maybe I did something wrong, or maybe I got rejected, or maybe I just need to search my email. Maybe it went into spam or something. So I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Okay. So yours came back. Yeah, it did say that it could take at least a week. So hey, Tuber Chat, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by to my live, and thank you for sharing it on Reddit. And if anybody is connecting and growing their YouTube channel, I'll make sure that you watch Tuber Chat's lives and go in there and share your channel. Tell them about yourself and chat with all the members there that are looking to grow their channels. A lot of fun. Yeah, so 2-hour MRI. So you got to do 1 hour for the neck and 1 hour for the back. And I have to say, the neck one, last time I did it, was actually easier than the back one. For some reason, like maybe it was the positioning of where they had me when I did I did a brain one. When I went to a neurologist, I did a brain one, and I felt like I wasn't in as far, which was weird, but I don't know. I am so claustrophobic that I really struggle with those, but they gave me some Xanax. So I'll just take the medication. And they give me a pretty high dose to split up, to take it like 4 hours in advance and then take another pill like 2 hours in advance. And I had zero anxiety about anything. I had no cares in the world. It was so great. And I can't tell you how good I slept that night after I had the last MRI that I did and I took the medication. Like, I was like, oh, this is like the greatest thing ever. But it did really keep me sleepy through most of the next day. So I just have to be mindful of that if I'm trying to work. So we're already 30 minutes in and I have just been yabbering. Yeah, bring on the meds, please. Yes. You know, I think sometimes people are so afraid to take medication, and I am one of those people, but not anxiety medication. Like, I don't take it very often, but on the cases that I have used it, like for flying or doing the MRI, like it is the best thing ever. Like the anxiety just goes right out the window. It just makes life so much easier. So keto versus carnivore versus just dieting. Like I don't see Grace on here from losing it Losing It Grace is her new channel name. It was Losing It Grace. I know that she tends to do keto, but I was just thinking about this as I was doing my grocery video. When I was taking out all the groceries and showing everybody, oh, well, here's an actual true representation of what I bought. Like everything that was in that bag was every single thing that I bought. And someone said, oh, great keto diet. And I'm like, oh, it's not really what I'm going for. And maybe because I don't have any bread or pasta or bagels or cereals or things like that, because there's a lot of things that could be in those that I could be allergic to, especially cereals. Man, I miss my peanut butter Captain Crunch. I miss my Fruit Loops with marshmallows, but that's all made of corn and I can't eat that anymore. But I just think that after spending so much of my life trying to diet and restrict this and restrict that and trying to find like this magical combination of something that was going to make me lose weight, and realizing at the end of the day that none of it was going to work. Now that I'm on Zepbound, and it's actually been the easiest weight loss that I've ever done. Yes, I still watch my calorie intake, but I don't have to be hyper fixated on something. And I think that doing something like keto and carnivore, where you're doing an extreme diet and you're not eating a balanced diet because you're taking things off kilter by eliminating something or eating too much of something else. I think it lends itself to kind of almost eating disorders, because people are being so hyper focused on what they're eating that they think that, oh, if I control this to the nth degree, that then somehow magically I will lose the weight and I will keep the weight off. But for the majority of us, it is the disease of obesity that is keeping us overweight. And it really shouldn't matter what you eat as long as you're eating in a calorie deficit. Obviously, moderation is the key, right? Harjarine, you just said, actually eat what I want, just eat it in moderation. And that's for me too. Like today I was looking at, I did another grocery order and there was this naan pizza, which is like the Indian flatbread. And then it had pizza sauce on it and mozzarella cheese. And then I added some mushrooms and some onions and I baked it in the oven. And it was just a little over 800 calories, only because I added some olive oil to it. And, but I can't tell you how satisfied I felt after eating that, because for some reason I kept seeing it every time I was doing my grocery shopping, and I kept saying, oh, I'd really like that. And I'm like, no, I don't need that, because that's too high of a calorie in one sitting. And then I had it today and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was so great. Like now I just need to eat a smaller dinner, or cut, maybe 50 calories out here or 50 calories out there, or, I have days to make up. But at the moment, like when I did all my calorie entries for my snack and my lunch, I'm not even at 1,300 calories for the day. So I still got, 400 calories that I'm going to be able to eat for dinner. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I think going to extremes is just as bad a thing as not monitoring what you're eating at all. And Candace says, I really enjoyed your grocery haul. Well, thank you, Candace. It was a lot of fun to share, because honestly, I don't think people believe that I actually eat a healthy diet because I'm overweight. And I'm not saying that of anybody who's actually on the live right now, because I know that you all have known me long enough that you know that I've been putting in the effort and putting in the work and losing the weight. But I think sometimes people don't believe people who are overweight can actually eat a healthy diet all of the time and just still not lose weight. And Mariella said, I tried keto a few years ago and it was not sustainable. Yeah, absolutely. Now, not that I'm saying that like no one should try keto or no one should try carnivore, but I think I think my advice is like don't use that as a crutch or like some hyper fixation because you think that's going to be what magically is going to make everybody lose weight. Sure, with keto, are you going to drop some excess water weight because not eating the carbs does reduce a little bit of inflammation, or I think it's glucagon or something in your body that then like it releases, but then the minute you have carbs then it comes right back. So it's really not sustainable. I did that ideal protein diet that was like 800 calories a day and like 50 carbs a day, maybe not even. Uh, so unsustainable. And I meant to try and find the video. Like I saw these two twin brothers that decided to do, like they had some fitness goals. Like they were already fit as it was, but one did a regular diet with no like food restrictions, but he did have like a calorie limit and goals for protein and things like that to meet the physical demands of what he was training for. And then the other twin, other identical twin, did a low carb diet, and then they like tested like their physical endurance and their how much strength that they built at the end of the challenge. And I can't remember how long it was, but they found that the one that did the low carb had no energy, had headaches, was fatigued all the time, and actually lost strength and endurance because they couldn't work out nearly as much as the other twin who actually improved their muscle strength and endurance. So yeah, you just never know. I think moderation is great. But just for me, like I just don't want to restrict myself like that. It's bad enough that I do have to watch everything that I put in my mouth. I just don't need that extra layer of complication. And Jenny Inspire says, yes, this is on my mind a lot of times too. That's why I won't give myself hard rules. I do low carb mostly because of type 2 diabetes and lymphedema, but no carb, uh, but not no carb horribly strict. And yeah, so if you have medical conditions or type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes and you need to be low carb because you have a medical requirement, that's like a whole different ball game versus just like, oh, carbs are the devil. No, they're not. They're fuel for our body, and we need them in moderation to function. Now, I do notice that ever since I did that low carb diet for like a really long time, I did it for a year straight. That coming out of it, I never really kind of regained like my pasta. I always feel that if I eat pasta now, that it's just so heavy and just kind of really fills up my stomach uncomfortably. So I never kind of got back on the pasta bandwagon, but I had gotten back on the bread uh, bandwagon. But now that I'm on Zepbound, I have no bread cravings at all. Like I don't even care, which is sad because, French bread with butter is very, very good. But I don't even keep it in the house at all. I have some bagels in the freezer and they've probably been there 6 months and I've maybe eaten half of them because it's just not something that I want. Now I still eat my potatoes because they're quick, easy food. And yeah, they're all carb, but they have so much fiber and so many nutrients. That they're a really good type of carbohydrate to have. Uh, so yeah, so I definitely do that. And Kenny K says, yeah, I saw your grocery haul. You make good food choices. Well, thank you so much. I do try. Now, on occasion, I don't do so great. I do have to watch myself with potato chips. I do try not to keep potato chips in my house because I can go through a whole bag. But in that episode of my grocery haul, I did buy a bag of chips and I have eaten half of them. And I put them way up at the top of the cupboard. So I will try not to eat all of it, the rest of it in one sitting. I do love them dearly, but if you look at the calorie count, there's like 7 ounces in that bag. And each 7 ounces is 170 calories. But if you take a real 7-ounce potato, it's about 170 calories. So that is 7 potatoes worth of calories. But at the end of the day, it's only 1 potato because it's 7 ounces. So the frying process adds 6 potatoes worth of calories to those. Can you believe that? Like, when you think about it, isn't that crazy? I mean, it's amazing how much grease and oil that they reserve to take up 6 potatoes worth of calories. Crazy, crazy. And Patty Lynn says, I followed Weight Watchers with my GLP-1, and I like that I can eat any type of food, but it seems to steer me away from high fats or high sugar items, which does help me with cravings. Yeah. And that's true. Like, the more sugary things that you eat and the more fatty things that you eat, you do tend to crave those. But honestly, on the Zepbound, I don't crave the higher fat things, and I do actually struggle with them. Like, I have this really lovely Japanese grocery store, like pretty authentic Japanese grocery store down the street, and they sell almost all Wagyu. And honestly, I can't tolerate it. It tastes lovely, but it's way too fatty for me. Which I never thought I'd hear myself say that, but it's just got too high of a fat content, even in the like really thinly sliced meat. They used to actually sell non-Wagyu, which was great, but for some reason they've only stuck to selling Wagyu, and I really miss it because I'd buy all the like sliced meats like you use like in a hot pot, or in Japanese it's a shabu shabu. And I always loved those because they were really great for stir fry and just cooked up really quickly, and you could marinate them. And I do miss that. And then also too, if you want to share your channel, make sure you hit 4 cats. The live here 24 hours after this video posts on YouTube, so people will see that if they do go through the live stream chat. So make sure you hashtag 4 cats if you want to share your channel. Oh, well, thank you so much. So Mariella said, I just subscribed to your cruise channel because my hubby and I are doing Princess for the fall. Oh, that's fabulous. I'm doing Princess in May, so be on the lookout for some more videos in May on Princess. I am going on the Enchanted Princess out of Rome round trip. I think I'm going to Greece and Turkey. And I think so. I don't think there's another country. I think it's just Italy, Greece, and Turkey, going to some like really ancient sites, which normally I would know like everything about the cruise that I'm going on. But this is a group cruise with my YouTuber buddies from Grounded Life Retirement Travel, our YouTube After 40 course. And so I didn't like pick I didn't pick it and plan it. They planned it, and I just said, hey, I want to join, and gave them money for it. But I know that it's going to like Ephesus, and I think it's going to Santorini, which should be really great. But I'm really worried about like all the stairs and the hills and blah. So that's why I'm really like pushing to get my weight down before I go on that, because I don't know how well I'm going to do. But then also too, like my airfare, I was supposed to be flying in and landing on Sunday morning. And now I just got a thing that said they've pushed my flight back a whole day, and I'm not landing till Monday morning, and my cruise is on Tuesday. So pray for me, people. Who knows what's going to happen. And then Patty Lynn says, I can't eat fatty things either. The one time I had real French fries, I paid for it during the night. Yeah, those good old French fries. So yesterday I was actually at CVS picking up medications, and what else was I doing? Oh, it's just, you go to CVS and you're like, oh, look at all these things, and I've got these coupons, and let me buy all these things so I can save a bunch of money that you don't really need to buy, but you do it because you're saving money. So I spent like 30 minutes wandering around CVS. But McDonald's was right next door, and I was really, really craving fries. So I did get myself a medium French fry. And they were actually pretty good. They were fresh, which is unusual. My McDonald's around here are actually not the greatest. at all. So usually you can't get anything fresh at either of them that are close by, and I never go into the one in the mall to get food from there. I'm still kind of struggling a little bit with congestion from my pneumonia. So I probably need to go back and check in with the doctor again. And unless anybody else has any questions for me, I'll probably let you guys go because I rambled on and got through everything that I wanted to get through today. I know usually we go a little bit long, but it seems like a little bit of a quiet night tonight. Well, hey, Britt Braves It. Nice of you to join us. Did you just sign on? Did you miss the weigh-in? Because I can go over that again really quickly. I actually did lose a pound this past week, and I went back up to 10 milligrams of Zepbound. I had been on 7.5, and I went back up to 10 for a little bit, and I'll probably stay on that for a couple of weeks. Yeah, so just definitely rewatch the live stream because I did have a lot of really good information about some of the goals. Last week, if you didn't see it, I did a vision. I think you were on last week. I did a vision board. And so I was just updating kind of what progress I've made on my vision board and some daily habits that I'm trying to put in place to make my life easier and so I can accomplish my goals. And I went into a whole bunch of that. And then I did talk about why I'm not really a fan of the kind of keto or carnivore lifestyle. So make sure you just watch the replay to hear me rant on about that. Not that I fault anybody or say anybody's a bad person or it's a horrible thing to do this style of diet, but it's just something that's definitely not for me. They're just not sustainable long term. Anytime you have to modify your diet to extremes and not eat a balanced diet, I think it just makes your life much more difficult. And yeah, Jenny, pneumonia can hang around. So I caught it when I was on my cruise in mid-November. I was on until I think the 20th of November, and I just can't shake this extra congestion that I have. It just will not go away, no matter what I do. Yeah, and that's the story. Is most people have tried them, and unless you're there's so many people on YouTube that has their carnivore channel and their keto channel, and they live and die by their diet and just pretty fanatical. And sometimes they come at me in the comments, oh, if you just did keto, you would lose the weight. If you just did carnivore, you'd lose the weight. And you know what? If I did carnivore, I'd die because of my gallbladder. I cannot handle that much meat. I can't handle that much fat that people who do carnivore put into their diet because my gallbladder needs to come out. And I just can't do that. So, I just absolutely medically not a possibility. Oh, and I just realized I am 2 pounds away from hitting my weight goal for gallbladder surgery. They said I needed to be 250 pounds and under, and people, I am 252 pounds. So I have to figure out when do I want to do my gallbladder surgery, because nobody really wants to ever have surgery, but I need to get it out of my body in case I throw another gallstone. Then I've done it once, and 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Don't. It is not worth the admission. So I got to figure out do I want to do it in between my February cruise and my May cruise? Or do I want to risk it and wait till after my May cruise? You know what? I should probably call the doctor up and chat with him. I have this super, super, super fantastical, fabulous gastroenterologist that I work with. So maybe I should just give him a call and see what he thinks. Right now, the last time I had my blood levels checked, my liver levels were a little bit up, but just holding steady. And, but recently I did something that caused like a minor gallbladder attack probably 3 weeks ago. So I'm a little sketchy about holding on until after May. So maybe I'll see if I can get it done between February and May and just get it out of my body. And then let's see. Jenny says gallbladder attack had been keeled over in the ER cussing out. Yeah, they are painful. I have had several. And the biggest thing that will trigger it is because one, I have a dairy allergy and I shouldn't be eating ice cream anyways. But if I have ice cream with all the fat in it, I'm done. I am toast. Give it like 30 minutes, and I'm done. And what I have to do is I have to like inhale as much water as I can get into my body. I have to at least get like 32 ounces within like 30 minutes and then start working on another 30 minutes or 32 ounces because I just have to flush everything out of my system and flush the excess bile out of my system to get it gone. Yeah, Britt, so that was one of the dangerous things was like I kept talking to my doctor and I'm like, really? Like you're gonna enforce your weight limit about the gallbladder? He's like, yeah, I have to. And I'm like, so what? Well, what happens? Like, if I have like an emergency, well, then they'll have to do that. It'll have to be like life threatening for them to take it out if you're overweight, which is I mean, that's what we've come to in this country, that I can't get care that I need because they've set these limits because of insurance purposes, because they don't want to get sued. Really sucks. And Pamela, hi, nice of you to join us today. So you had your gallbladder out in your 20s and gallstones are the worst. Woo. Yeah, I had a little teeny tiny one last February and I felt it like scraping through my insides. Yeah, it was really, really not pleasant. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be on a cruise boat and have an emergency gallbladder issue. That would actually suck. So yeah, so maybe I'll get it done after my February because I won't be at a low enough weight to have it done before February and then be recovered by that February cruise. And I don't want to ruin that cruise because that's my free virgin cruise that I got as a casino match. And all I'm paying is port fees and taxes. So I think I've spent $250. I got my airfare for frequent flyer points, and I just got to pay my pet sitter and get to and from the airport. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait until after it. Yeah, Jenny Inspire says that night I had Chinese food, very greasy. I don't eat it after anymore. Yeah, I think it gives you trauma. Like sometimes, anytime you get sick off a particular food, and then you go back and try and eat it, like a couple months later, you're like, no, I'm good. And then so Britt is sharing her channel, so make sure that you go on over to Britt's channel and give her a check out because I know that she's got a new YouTube channel going for her weight loss journey as well. So it is coming up right on an hour, so I am going to skedaddle out of here and get myself something to eat. And I'm so glad I have 4 cats and that they joined us today because apparently they're lame. There is one, Marshmallow. She's sleeping. And if you watch some of my cruise videos, she's in a lot of, well, if you watch my recorded videos, she's in a lot of my recorded videos because she's sitting right there behind me. I can't really move her. So, everybody just gets to see what my cats are up to. So Pamela says, I've had it out my adult life. Not sorry I did it. The pain was the worst, worse than labor. Well, I haven't had labor, but I have had sciatic. I've had a disc on my sciatic, and it's close. It is really close. It's a completely different pain, but it is really close. Oh, well, thank you, Britt. You have a fabulous evening as well. And yes, Marshmallow is a cutie. And good night, Mary Ella. And I definitely will reach out to you If you have any dates in mind for February that work better for you, would you let me know? Because I know that we need to hook up. So Mariella and I are going to she wants to interview me on her weight loss channel. Make sure hashtag 4cats, Mariella, in the chat. And she wants to interview me for her channel. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully we'll catch up maybe the first or second week of February. Calamity Jane and I are going to be talking this weekend and recording a video about her weight loss journey for her 6-month weigh-in. And that should be up, fingers crossed, that should be up early next week. So be on the lookout for that as well. I'll put a post up as soon as I have it sorted out. So be on the lookout for Calamity Jane and I talking about her Zepbound journey with her type 1 diabetes and all her chicken and her homesteading and all of that good stuff. And Reddy says, hi, Amy, stupid question here. Gallbladder issues don't improve. Well, some of them, like if your gallbladder gets inflamed, sometimes it can get better, like if the inflammation goes down. But mine is full of gallstones, very large gallstones, and their concern is that one will migrate out and block a duct in my liver. And I recently, last year, so a year ago, I did have that happen, but it was a teeny tiny one. So it didn't like prove to be life threatening, but it did really make me super, super ill. And I don't want to do that again. So they just need to get it out so it doesn't become life threatening by blocking ducts in my liver. So thank you, Jill. We will try and be safe this weekend. There's so many people facing the storm coming up. So I just pray that everybody is going to be safe. And funny enough, like my brother is coming to town, I think on the 29th to do a job at the local airport where they're putting in a solar field, and he's a fiber optic technician. So they're putting in the internet for that, which means they're like out there with equipment, like digging in the ground. And so I don't think the snow is going to be melted by the time he gets here to come and do that. But like he has a very specialized job. So like he travels the whole country because there's not a huge ton of people that do what he does. Like, and I'm not talking like little cables. I'm talking the ones that are like 5 or 6 feet like wide. So cables that are bigger, taller than I am. So that's what he's going to be doing, trying to get that installed at our airport. So, yes, thank you. Definitely make sure that you send a few dates for me to look over. And then, yep, so Mary Ellis shared her channel. And everybody's saying good night. And going to finish you're 52 today. Well, happy birthday, another Aquarian. I am also an aquarium. I'm an aquarium, apparently. So happy birthday to you. I will be 52 in just a little less than a month. So yay to 1974 people. Lots of us out there. Yeah, my dad's birthday was the 27th and my mom's was the 31st of January. So always had lots of January birthdays and lots of Aquariuses in my household. So it was a lot of fun because we could be a little fiery and hot-tempered and very sure of our opinion. Well, thank you, Mariella. And 1974 rocks, certainly does. And Jenny is saying happy birthday to you too. So great year to be 52. So I'll be 52 shortly. I will be turning 52 right before I get on my cruise. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging in there with me. And don't forget, I do have memberships on my channel. If anybody would like to join, I do plan on doing some members only content in the upcoming months. But I do also you do have access to the emojis that you can use in the comments of the live stream and in the comments of my videos. And that's the face of all 4 of my cats. And then you get a little dot next to your name, like Mary Ellis is a channel member. So she gets like a little symbol next to her name. And you'll see that when you're actually looking at the chat in in YouTube as well. Like right now, she's got Sheldon's face right next to her name. So, well, thank you so much. And Candace, Candace, will you please do #4cats so you can share your channel? Because Candace does a lot of budget tips as well. And she's been sharing stuff about her cruises and her travel using points and saving on everything. It's pretty darn fabulous. So everybody needs to make sure that they check out Daring It All with Candace. That is her YouTube channel name. I wish I could hit #4cats for her, but I cannot do that. It will just show my channel. But yeah, if you are on YouTube and you saw Mary Ellis just used all of my cat emojis, I think they're so cute. Oh, there you go. There is Candace's link to her channel. So everybody make sure that you check Candace's channel out if you are interested in saving money on travel. And we will chat again soon, and be on the lookout for my next video up. Should be JC Calamity Jane and I talking about her 6-month weigh-in. So have a fabulous Thursday evening, everybody, and I will let you know when I get to the doctor with Sheldon. And if I get results before I live, I will make sure that I post it in one of the posts on YouTube, and you should see it. So have a great evening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to hit the buttons. All the buttons. There we go.
She got sunshine dreams and a suitcase in mind.